Welcome back to New California, California 2.0 you could call it, but it also includes some of Baja California, it looks like. Well, at least I think. I'm pretty sure that, I'm like 99% sure that that's not part of California 1. We also are missing some notable parts, like the Brotherhood's taken this, and San Francisco or whatever is its own thing. So maybe we'll have to reclaim some rightful land. I don't think we can actually justify it, not until 100% world tension. We'll just pretty much probably be on the defensive. I think we are the good guys after all, and we're the strongest country, so hey, who needs to expand when you're already the strongest? Caesar's Legion may look more powerful, but yeah. We only have like 26 at most civilian factories. We have, a good 58. So there's not really that much competition. Wait a second. Is this what I think it is? Uncored states. If there's a tab that shows uncored states, does that mean... Oh yes. Oh yes, this is officially the best mod if this is what I think it is. If this implies that there is the ability to core states in this game. Oh yes. This changes everything. Okay, but it also is very dangerous because now, with all this expansion Caesar's Legion is doing, that also means that they're actually taking the core states and increasing their manpower because... That's a little unnerving there. Okay, I spoke a little about Baja California, so why not go more in depth with it? The Baja Blues. In the year 2256, the NCR colony of Rattletail was established in the northern portion of Baja California by some volunteer colonists who advanced with formal funding and merit from the NCR, but with little to no supervision or military protection. This choice would prove almost fatal for the young colonists who elected to, by force, take control over the primary water source in the region, a fact they were ignorant to at the time. The locals retaliated against the small settlement, due in part to desperation, and launched two major assaults against the township, both of which were stopped with relative ease. It was the intervention and wisdom of a young ranger named Hanyon that ended the dispute before the toll of the conflict became notable. The man crafted a clever lie, spouting nonsense about an army of raiders that would soon come and wipe the town away. The colonists evacuated, the locals regained their water supply, and greater conflict was avoided. Unfortunately, this lie has an unintended result. It implanted in locals the notion that the NCR was afraid of raiders, slavers, and other violent sort. The locals of Baja had almost a decade to prepare for the return of the NCR, and in preparation for that coming, they have adopted a violent, cruel lifestyle. Baja is now home to an up-and-coming Mexican cartel, one that will be almost impossible to dislodge without violence. The path into the future is a complicated one, and there are only a handful of men in the NCR who have the political potential to deal with this problem. Who do you appoint? I looked through the focus tree a little just to figure out what I should do, and I am going to appoint Hanyon. His lie may have led to some problems, but we should give him another chance, alright? Okay, let's go down into the south, declare a few wars, let's see how this goes. It looks good. They had a lot of divisions, which is kind of scary, but it seems like we'll be just fine. And there we go, a decent new area. And let's look at this. Oh, so yes, you can. Oh, that's a lot of political power, it looks like. I swear, the Brotherhood didn't start like this. They must have... Yeah, they must have annexed Umbra. I don't think it was a war. Maybe it was a decision or something. Wow. And her name placement is kind of driving me crazy, though. Haha. I really want to take out the Western Brotherhood now. Whoa, they have a lot of divisions, huh? Maybe we should start a military build-up with our tons of civilian factories. Caesar's Legion's getting more powerful. They keep taking out small nations. I guess we can't, be mad at them for taking out small nations, considering we took out a small nation ourselves, but... oh, whatever. I should have been going straight down to this focus, Beacon of Democracy, and apparently, by being the Beacon of Democracy, you get minus 100% generate war goal tension limit, which is very useful. I also noticed there's this other mechanic where I can, invite people to join me. Doesn't really look like anybody wants to join me. And I can't improve relation except through focuses, so I don't think anyone's just gonna join me. So we'll have to see what happens. Kiera's conviction. I implore you, the people of the Republic, to welcome the formation of a government representing the resolve of the downtrodden, the oppressed, and enslaved. Today your voices and the voices of all Mexico have been heard, and by your will of Ara to skewer, the bull has been forged. I and my government shall not rest until the menace known as Caesar and his so-called Legion have been put to death. In the coming months we will gather our allies and strike. The policy of my government is clear: to wage total war against the madman known as Caesar. He is a foe who has devoured entire cultures without remorse, a tyrant who has flourished and reviled in his own catalog of atrocities. The government exists for one thing: victory against all odds. Victory in spite of overwhelming odds. People of Rio, know of Mexico, I implore you to rise up, to fight, to cry out against the darkness which threatens to swallow us whole. When the bull lies bleeding at our feet, I will drag Caesar before you all and try him for his crimes. Then I will personally deliver justice for Mexico and for my wife. Okay, so where is this guy? Oh, so the Republic of the Rio Grande. So they're decent, kind of. We're kind of the main hope against Caesar's Legion, and hopefully we will be able to help them indeed. And now with my newfound ability to justify wars, my first task will be to raid Area 51. See what the Sky Reavers are hiding in there. Of course we'll justify the claim for Area 51. So let's do this. Well, in a mere 200 days, let's do this. What? The Barons War? There is no misunderstanding within the NCR as to which border is the weakest, for the northern lands of the NCR haven't seen large-scale military action or involvement since the NCR 80s war almost 10 years ago. It was during this time that many vulnerabilities within the NCR became clear, not the least of which was the substantial time it can take for the NCR to mobilize and move its military north. When faced with the realization that the NCR's military was largely incapable of protecting or patrolling the rural northern reaches of the nation, the many influential and wealthy Brahmin baron took to protecting their own property with private military forces. Okay, so... oh no. Consumer goods, 20%! No, after all that work, removing undisturbed isolationism and lose core states. What? Wait, so these are all just colony states in the north now. How far does it go? All the way there? Okay, and while we're dealing with that entire Barons War thing, let's get to an actual war as we raid Area 51 and take all these nice military factories and liberate these people. We have air superiority, yes. How nice. Oh, the Desert Rangers wants to send us divisions, but I'm justifying... Okay, we will stop justifying war against you if you're gonna send us divisions. Wow, I didn't think this war would be this hard. It's actually... these units must be really good. I was surprised. They don't have that big of a well, they've grown their military a little bit since we've declared war on them, but we're exchanging at a really bad rate. I don't know what they've got in Area 51, but we can't really break these units as of now. It's actually kind of crazy. Of course, I feel like with every mod, there's always a small learning phase where you have to learn the ideal divisions and what to do to be successful, I guess. So I will look into making some better divisions, but it's been interesting, at least for this episode, and hopefully you've enjoyed, and if you did, remember to give this video a like and subscribe. Anyway, see you guys in the next episode.